Let's get right back to it here, 274-5297. Do we have the attorney call yet? Is Thomas on the line for us? Let me do this right before I bring on the attorney for Governor Sarah Palin. Let me just read these real quick. Walt wrote in and says, as a military retiree, U.S. Army, he's an E7. I have a joke with you on your comments this afternoon. Perhaps, this is funny. If you're a Navy guy, this is funny stuff. Perhaps there is a reason why they didn't mention the Navy when they were discussing the military services. It's because Navy and homo are the same thing. That's good stuff. I like it. Here is something else I want to read. This is, I believe, from Russell. As a veteran, I'm offended that I'm being used to push the homosexual agenda. Russell. Let's see. Is there anything else here I wanted to get out right before I... Oh, does this mean if I do not want to rent to smokers, gays, gang leaders, pedophiles, or any other person I do not agree with, the government will step in and make me rent to them? This is communism. This is getting out of hand. That's from Connie. All right, so let's get to our guest via the telephone, Thomas Van Flein, counsel for Governor Sarah Palin. Welcome to the program, Counselor.
Thank you. Nice to be here again.
Yeah, appreciate you spending some time with. We had a little bit of time last week, but it was very quick. Let's go through the current status of I believe it's three ethics complaints that have been dismissed. Go.
Yeah, well, we two more complaints. The results of two more complaints were released today to us, and completely exonerated the governor. These were complaints that were filed. One person complained that the governor supposedly was unethical by responding to media inquiries and giving interviews after the vice presidential campaign, and another complaint alleged that it was somehow unethical for her or her staff members to go to Georgia when there was and show political support for the senator that was running for re-election.
All right.
So that's the basis of these two current ones.
Right.
The investigator, this is a different investigator now. There's at least three, and this is another well-respected attorney here in Anchorage.
So it's not. That's an interesting point you're making. I think that needs to be kind of reiterated, and that is that there's different investigators that are being hired to look at these different complaints. So it's not, the conspiracy theory. Well, this is just some friend of the governor that's, getting her cleared. Is if there is a conspiracy, it's through several people.
Well, exactly, and these are professionals that the personnel board is hiring, and they're attorneys with good reputations. And in fact, for sure, with Mr. Patuminis, he's a registered Democrat, so they're not hiring people based on political party affiliation or anything like that. They're hiring competent attorneys to look at the facts that have been alleged, review the law, and then make a recommendation whether there was in fact a violation or probable cause of a violation. And right now the governor is 11 out of 11. Out of 11 accusations against her, and some of those had subparts, she's been cleared of every last one of them, no matter who the investigator is. And some of these, some of the investigators look very closely at all the facts, and some of them are able to just look at the complaint and say, on its face, this does not allege a prima facie case of a violation of the Executive Branch Ethics Act. And what we've seen lately, and including with the two today, is a trend that is indicating that you can't use the Ethics Act to stifle the governor's free speech. She has a First Amendment right, just like any other citizen in the United States, to express her opinions, and she has a right to show her political support, and which is called freedom of association. And these are constitutional rights that she does not have to abdicate, and she does not have to be intimidated by people who claim anytime she speaks out on something or answers a reporter's questions, if they don't like the answer, they can take it out at the ballot box. That's what we learned last week. But these aren't ethics violations. They're not anything close to ethics violations. These are disagreements about policy.
Exactly. It was a beautiful point you made Friday or Thursday. I think it was Thursday I had John, and it was Friday. Anyways, is that these are complaints and more about, and you said it, disagreements. These are something that says, well, I want you to park the car over there. Well, no, I don't want to. Well, that's not an ethics complaint. That's a policy deal.
Correct. And you have to keep, for everyone's benefit who's listening here, keep in mind what the Ethics Act is all about. It's all about making sure that someone who's an elected official or works at a high level in the executive branch doesn't use their office to promote their own personal financial gain or their family and things like that, such as steering, getting lucrative consulting contracts on the side, and things like that. That's what this is geared at. It's not geared at answering a reporter's question or things like that, or expressing your political opinion on a issue of the day, which the governor has a right to do. And people may disagree with the governor. A lot of people agree with the governor, but it's not an ethical issue. It's not anywhere close to being an ethical issue.
And